In today's video or recipe, today we will learn how to make
a delicious vegetable sandwich.
A delicious vegetable sandwich. We packed a lot of ingredients and flavor. As you watch our video, you can learn.
And it's mostly vegetables because the name is vegetable sandwich.
Yes, I get it now. So if you guys want to try this recipe, you may try this recipe and make sure to click the red subscribe button and
don't forget to like and leave your comment below.
We would love to respond to your comment, guys. And now, let's have fun cooking and enjoy, guys.
She's out for
So okay guys, now we're going to start the recipe by adding 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. And a reminder that we're cooking this on medium heat and you can use any other cooking oil.
Now let's move on to our next ingredient.
After the oil heats up. Next we're going to add a piece of ginger that we shredded. And you can see that the oil has heated up. So now start frying the ginger. Next we're going to add 1 onion that are cut into pieces.
Usually we add onions to most of our cooking recipes and that's why it's very healthy.
Now you should probably add a handful of green peas that we washed properly. Now you should start frying it really good.
Mix it really good and fry it really good.
Now add 1 carrot that we washed and then we peel the skin. So then we also diced it. So now you can add that in.
Guys, we also added carrots because carrots help you with your eyes and makes your vision better. So if I can't see and eat carrots, the chances are you might be able to see again or improve vision.
So now we're gonna add 1 cabbage that we took a handful that we shredded. We washed it too, so now you should start mixing it properly.
Note that this sandwich is very healthy and delicious because we're all mixing these ingredients. And yes guys, you should probably try this.
Now we're gonna add 1 green chili. And we also washed it properly and cut it into little pieces. Now you should start mixing it good. And remember, mix it slowly and carefully. Okay, so this has been frying for about 5 minutes I meant. So now we're gonna add salt, which is about like a 1/4 teaspoon. So now we're gonna sprinkle it all over. Make sure it comes together and sprinkle it properly. So after you add the salt, you should add curry powder, which is about 1 teaspoon. So now add that in. Now stir frying it good. And guys, when you're adding salt, the curry powder and all those other powders, you can add more or less. It depends how much you want. So now stir frying it good.
When you're frying it, all the ingredients have to come together. And now this looks very colorful. Right, Priya?
Yeah, it does. So now we're going to add about 1 potato that we boiled and then we mashed it. So now you should add that in. Now start frying it really good. And remember, it might be a little thick after you add the mashed potatoes, so you might want to mix it a little bit more.
It'll be thick because of the mashed potatoes texture. That's why it becomes thick.
So when you're mixing it, everything has to come together, like all the vegetables. And you can add any other vegetables to this recipe. So now you should add about 1 teaspoon of black pepper powder.
So Priya, I got a question.
Yes, you can ask me the question.
Alright, so what time has it been so far that it's been frying?
Well, it's almost about 7 minutes that it's been frying.
Alright, 7 to 8 minutes. So that's how much it's been frying, guys. So now let's move on to the next step.
Now we're going to add 1 set of coriander leaves that we washed and cut into tiny pieces. And remember to sprinkle it all over. Now you should mix everything together.
Look at the aroma, it's coming out. It smells so good so far.
Okay, so now we're finally finished. So now let's take it out. So now we're gonna start making the vegetable sandwich. So first, we're gonna take the vegetable mix. And we're gonna put it on the slice of bread.
So spread it on one side of the bread. Just like this.
And this vegetable mix has a lot of vegetables in it. And you can make this sandwich another way, but we can make it this way. So now we'll put it properly and everywhere. So now you should probably spread it out so it gets all over the place, all over the bread.
So flatten it out actually, and we're not going to use a butter knife, we're going to use a spoon actually.
Okay, so that's enough. So now we're going to take one slice of cheese. So now put it on top of the vegetable mix that we put on the bread.
And then we will fold the other bread on top of the first bread that we put all the ingredients onto.
So now let's get into the next step after you press it, which is roasting it. So now let's go roasting. Now you should add 1 piece of butter. And then start melting it a little bit. But it's already melting it by itself. Now the butter has melted, so now you should add the sandwich. So about now, add it carefully in.
And then we'll roast it really good.
So while you're roasting the sandwich, make sure to move it around the pot because the bottom slice of the bread might burn. So make sure to move it around. So now flip the sandwich onto the other side.
Roast that side as well. Roast it really good, just like we roasted the previous one.
So we're gonna flip it about now. So when we roasted the sandwich on its first side, we saw that the color changed properly. So that's the same for the other side. And when it does change color, then you can take it out. So each side, when you're roasting the sandwich, each side is about 2 minutes. But in total, it's 4 minutes. So we're done roasting each side. So now let's take it out.
And it's finally prepared good. So everyone, look at our deliciously made sandwiches.
And it's a vegetable sandwich and we're finally finished. And we're going to show you the inside. So this is the inside. It has many vegetables in it and all those stuff.
If you would like, you can try this recipe. And if you enjoyed it so far, make sure to click the subscribe button if you enjoyed our content. So
and
now let's move
we'll
on.
bring more vegetables or any other recipes.
Thank you for watching. We finally hope that you learned and tried this recipe as well if you want to.
And we hope you liked this video and recipe.
Leave us your comments below, right?
Yeah, so we'll see you in the next video.
Until then, bye.